What's up, guys? Steven here with PSE, and today we're talking about the new FDS Cam system that you're seeing on all these new PSE bows, but specifically the 33 and the 35. First, we're going to go over the cam itself and what PSE did this year with this cam, and then I'm going to go over the specs of the bows and then kind of give my opinion on the 33 versus the 35. So the FDS cam, the force distribution system. The short of this cam is it's fast and it doesn't feel like a speed bow. Back in the day, I'm sure if you guys have been shooting long enough, everybody remembers those very speedy bows that have a crazy draw cycle. It was really hard to pull. A 70-pound bow felt like an 80-pound bow, or it dumped off really aggressively at the back or at the back wall. It wanted to rip you forward. I can say that none of those things are true about this cam, but you're getting wicked speed. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know exactly how they did it, but I know I'm seeing the numbers and super impressed. The cam, when you draw this bow, you're gonna feel it's a very smooth draw all the way through. There's no major humps, there's no major valleys. It doesn't feel like it's preloaded to the front or the back. It's like one smooth pull all the way through to the back. And then when you get that let off point, it just kind of, it rolls over. There's no dump, there's no jump, there's no like you get here and then you feel like you kind of jerk into that valley. It's smooth and then rolls over to your back wall. And so when you roll over your back wall, the other thing you don't get is when you feel like you're at full draw and you're relaxing into your shot, you don't get that cam wanting to rip you forward either. Like I said, you're getting all the speed benefits, but you're not getting those like negative effects of what you normally get out of a speed cam. It's really impressive. This cam is giving you on average about 10 feet per second faster than the previous years. So like on the 33 and the 35, last year I was shooting the 33 all year, and I was getting about 298, somewhere in that ballpark, 299 with this exact arrow, same setup, same draw length. Switch to the FDS cam. Now I'm getting 308 out of this 33. That's with a 70-pound draw, 30.5-inch draw length, and a 450 grain arrow. Wicked fast. I mean, wicked fast. And the 35, I'm getting 298. So with a 35-inch axle with 7-inch brace height, you're getting 298 feet per second with the same specs, 30.5 and a 450 grain arrow. It's wicked fast. 7.5 inches of forgiving brace height and 300 feet per second in the arrow. I mean, I'm pretty blown away. The other thing I really like, and I like to play with a lot, I think it gets overlooked with a lot of these bows, is the let-off. PSE added another let-off option on these cams. Now you can choose between 70, 75, 80, and 85% let-off. If you shoot target bows or anything in the past, you know shooting a lower let-off like 70%, you're getting a tighter string and a more consistent break from the back wall. You're holding more weight in the back, but you can find more accuracy with a lower let-off. And so you'll see a lot of target bows with a really low let-off bow. But you can go all the way up to 85% if that's what if that works for you as well. So you have those options, which is really cool. The other thing you'll see that they changed is the flat draw stop. This is a change that I really saw and I really welcomed. Last year they had that rubber damper in there, and now they've changed it to that flat draw stop, which gives you that really solid back wall feel. But it's got just a little bit of round to it, so you get that pull through effect. It's not like it's not so solid like it feels like a limb stop, but you have that that nice solid back wall, but it also kind of gives just a little bit so you can pull through that shot really nicely. They're still running that 220 cam system with the shims, so all you need is a bow press, take a little bit of pressure off the axles, and then you can remove those shims and put whatever shims you need to slide your cam right and left. Super simple system, don't need to remove any axles or anything along those lines. Super fast, super easy. Still love that system, glad they're sticking with it. As far as the cams go, that's it. It's something you really got to go down to your shop and pull this bow back. I'm sure you're seeing the speeds and the IBOs of these bows, and you're thinking speed bow, and your brain's going back to the old speed bow days. I'm telling you right now, it's not the case. You're going to draw this bow, and you're not going to understand where all the speed's coming from, but they're launching these arrows. You're going to be able to launch a heavier arrow faster downrange if that's what you want, or a super light arrow. You can zip that thing downrange wicked fast. All I can say is you got to go feel it for yourself. Go down to your local bow shop, pull one of these FDS cams off the shelves, and you got to draw the bow. Now onto the bows themselves, the 33 versus the 35. Obviously, the ATA is 2 inches different. You're looking at a 33-inch axle versus a 35-inch axle. They both weigh the same at 3.9 pounds. Your IBO on the 33 is 342, and the IBO on the 35 is 326. Like I said before, the real-world speeds that I'm getting out of this bow with my 450 grain arrow, 30.5-inch draw, I'm getting 308 feet per second out of the 33 and 298 feet per second out of the 35. Difference in speeds coming a lot from brace height. This brace height you're getting out of the 33 is 6 3/8, and the brace height out of the 35 is 7 inches. So that's where you're gonna get a little bit of speed discrepancy. You're getting a little more speed out of that shorter brace height. Getting a little more forgiveness out of the 35. So kind of, it's up to you. The draw length between the two bows, the 33 has a little bit on the shorter end. It's 25.5 to 31, with the 35 going 27 to 32.5. So those long draw boys out there that go to 32, 32.5, that 35 is going to reach out for your long arms for you. The draw weights available on these bows, 50, 60, 70, and 80 pounds. So if you really, really want to see what kind of speed these bows can push, you can get limbs all the way up to 80 pounds still. If you want to mess those 80-pound limbs, have at it. Last but not least, these bows, side by side, I've been shooting side by side for a little while now. Man, it's really hard to choose which one. That 33 is a little bit more compact and packs a little bit more of a punch. I mean, 10 feet per second faster. But that 35, the stability of that long axle to axle and the forgiveness of a 7-inch brace height, it's pretty tough to choose between which one to take to the field. Maybe the 33 if you're more of a blind hunter, or if you're hunting out of a tree stand. 35 if you're of a Western game guy and you need that stability on maybe more of a steep downhill, longer range shots or something along those lines. But both bows are fantastic, and that FDS Cam is smooth as butter and pushing speeds that are absolutely nuts. I can't stress enough, guys, go down to your local shop, shoot these bows, feel that draw cycle. You won't regret it. All right, guys, hopefully that helped. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.